Hey girlfriends, welcome to Sister Girl Second Act. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sheila, and today is a Girlfriends Can We Talk moment. Before I get into questions that have been asked for me, it's just been a long few months. I'm telling you, I just have to get this off my chest because I'm just like so upset right now. Last fall, I should say maybe around January or February, my blower in my furnace broke down. Okay. So, I work part-time. I'm retired. I'm on Social Security. And anyway, I called to have, estimates to see how much it would cost. Of course, it's a service call every time somebody comes in. So the running amount was probably between $1,600 and $1,700 to fix the blower. However, as the contractor was saying, because of the age of the HVAC system, it was probably better to get a new furnace. Well, HVAC, I don't have that kind of money, okay? I really don't. Anyway, because I'm over, I was over the age of 65, and I'll be 70 next month. Oh my God. I called around to see what type of services that I could get as a senior. I ended up going to what called the Department of Aging, and I also called the Energy Assistance Program because I had to file for assistance with my electric bill because my, electricity was going up as far as like with me having to buy heaters and now fans, okay? So anyway, I sent in my application for the weatherization program, who said that they fix all these kind of things, installation, the whole 9 yards. Okay. March went by, and they're like, well, if it's at the end of March, we can't solve your heating system because then we'll be into the cooling system. So I put both, right? July, June, let's see, March, April, I think it was May when I finally heard something from them saying that I was approved, okay? And I think if you're receiving assistance from your electric company, the program that you're in, it makes it a little bit easier to be accepted. Anyway, I was accepted, okay. Ask me if I have my furnace fixed. The answer is no. Okay? So anyway, they came in probably like in around maybe June, July, okay? Because they said they were so backed up. All right. Came in, did an assessment for me, measured the walls, whatever they needed to do. They're giving me new light bulbs and a shower head and a new thermostat and all this sort of stuff. So then when it came time to my HVAC system, they were like, well, we don't know whether we can do this because you live in a condo and it's the way that all of the units are built, except whatever, okay? He said, but don't worry, we have a commercial contractors that can come in and do the work. Okay, great. All right, so I was like feeling a little bit better. I'm like, okay. All right then, so they left. Oh, he couldn't find the HVAC system because it wasn't right in front of him. Some of the buildings have them on the sides, outside, and some of them have, like in my case, because I live on a top level, it's up underneath the roof. Well, nobody bothered to go up there to even look at it, okay? Talking about they couldn't find it. I get a phone call maybe a month or two later talking about, unfortunately, we can't, take care of the HVAC system due to the fact that, we couldn't locate it and that, there's other factors involved. Are you a renter? And I'm like, no, I'm the owner, okay? So what difference does it make in regards to whether it goes through my management company, which, like I said, I'm the owner, I'm not a renter. Okay, he turns around and tells me that I need to contact maybe another agency that offers low-cost loans. Is this what I signed up for? I don't think so. How are you going to come into my home, do all these measurements, and tell me that this is what you're going to do, that you can fix this stuff, right? So this one, and they just disappeared. So in the meantime, the weather's getting hotter, 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 and it's still hot. As you can see, I'm sweating. I got fans going all over the place. I'm still sweating. And then I turned around and finally I just contacted the Department of Housing and Community Services, or whatever it's called. The director was out of the country, and she had her deputy director who was fielding her calls, etc., who sent me a very nice letter saying, we're going to check into it. So it gave me a little bit of hope, you know what I mean? Well, I kept getting these letters from them, emails from them telling, we're looking into it, we're investigating it, blase, 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 blase. I said, what is there to investigate about? I have my original application because I had to email it in because I don't have a printer. I told you what they said when they came in, and nobody has come in here since. Another couple of weeks gone by. Then I get a notice from the director because she's back in the country, and she tells me that she's passing it on to her community services person. Okay? All right, so she's done that. She comes with the same old, we're trying to do our best into reviewing the situation, and we'll get back to you, blase, blase, blase. In the meantime, I'm like, lady, do you know how long I've been waiting for this? I didn't even ask for a new furnace. I just asked for a new blower. It's like, why can't I get this done? Well, I said, and besides that, I said, I'm a senior citizen. I said, with all this heat, it's starting to affect me, and that's not good. It's not healthy. So she sends me back an email and tells me that thank you for your patience. I understand, with the heat and everything like that, but we have to review. What is there to review? Can you please tell me what is there to review? Okay? So I'm still, as you can see, without air, and I'm just a little, not a little, but a lot upset. You have these programs for seniors that they tell you, we can do this, this, and this, and this. And the wheels churn so slowly. How many more people do I have to contact in order to get this? Okay? It's not fair to me. It's not fair to anybody that's over, a certain age. And like I said, I'm wondering, who else do they do this? Do they do this to other seniors as well? Do they think that we don't have a brain, or we're going to forget stuff? No. So then she turns around and says, well, I would take the recommendation for you to take their first appointment. They set up an appointment so they can come in and do the other stuff. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. They need to come in and do everything that they said they were going to do. I don't want them waffling and saying that they came in and did their job and left, and I still have a broken furnace. We're not doing that. So as it is now, I'm still waiting to hear back from her. But has anybody else gone through that? If you know of any other type of agencies, please let me know, because I am just like so upset. It's not even funny. In the meantime, my electric bill has shot back up, which means that I'm going to have to reapply for more energy assistance, and to the fact that the electric amounts are going up on top of it. It's just ridiculous. So I just had to get that off my chest, because I'm just, so angry, so angry, so angry, so angry. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing better than me. I have some questions. Let me put my glasses on first of all. Where are my good glasses? Hold on a second. I gotta get my good glasses. Okay, got the glasses so I can see. You see this, right? Oh my goodness. That's a little better. So, for this week's 4 questions, let's start off with number 1. Is there something wrong with having a small circle of friends as you get older? Girlfriends. I have a very small circle of friends. and I'm perfectly okay with that. Some of my oldest friends are women that I grew up with. We live in different states, but we stay in touch. And where I live today, I would say I would have maybe like about 3 friends. I'm serious. I enjoy people, but I also enjoy my personal space because I generally enjoy my own company. Now, I do think there's a difference between enjoying your solitude and being isolated. We hear about the importance of staying socially connected as we get older, and I understand that. But sometimes when I read these articles telling us what our lives should look like at this age, I find myself wondering, how old is the person that's writing this article? Okay? Because if you're nowhere near my age, tell me what my age is supposed to feel like. I just might skip the article. For me, it's not about the number of friends I have. It's about the quality of those friendships. Now, I don't need a gaggle of girlfriends around me all the time. Give me a few good friends, meaningful relationships, some good conversation, and then let me go home and enjoy my peace. Girlfriends, has your circle gotten smaller as you've gotten older? And are you okay with that? Please let me know in the comments. Okay, we got question number 2. Oh, is it selfish to stop putting yourself first after spending years taking care of everybody else? Girlfriends, look, the answer is no. Okay? This is our time. We've raised our families, taken care of children and parents, been caregivers, managed households, and yes, some of us have had to put up with husbands. But putting yourself first doesn't mean everything is suddenly going to be peaches and cream. If you've spent years putting somebody else first, you may actually have to learn how to make yourself part of your own routine. And self-care doesn't have to cost a lot of money. If you, for example, if you enjoy the salon and can afford it, go get your hair, your nails, your eyebrows done. And if that's not in the budget, why not pick up some manicure supplies and have your own spa day at home? Or get some girlfriends together and make an evening of it like girls' night. Self-care can also be taking yourself to lunch. Or sitting in your own house with your phone turned off, and everybody knowing not to bother you for a couple hours, okay? But there's another part of self-care we need to think about. Who is going to take care of you when you get older? None of us knows what the future holds, but I want to do what I can do now, which is to eat well, exercise, get enough rest, and take care of myself, because I would like to remain independent in age and place if I'm able. Self-care just isn't about taking care of yourself, care of the woman you are today. It's taking care of the woman that you're going to be in 5, 10, 15 years or more from now. We've spent years planning and caring for everybody else. It's time to put ourselves on that list. Girlfriends, what does self-care look like for you at this stage of your life? All right. Question 3. Have your expectations for dating, changed as you've gotten older? Girlfriends, I'm going to say absolutely. Mine have gotten more selfish, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I actually went on a date probably about maybe 2, 3 months ago. So no, I'm not opposed to dating, but I'm discovering that some men our age still seem to believe if we're going to have a relationship, eventually it has to become physical. Oh, no, it doesn't. Not unless I wanted to. And I'm not looking to become anyone's nurse, housekeeper, cook, or caretaker. I've done the settling for less thing. I've done the crying, the carrying more than my share thing, because I'm so frustrated. I'm not financially carrying another grown man. That's just not going to happen. At this stage of my life, a man has to be worthy of sitting at my table. I want someone who can take care of his own self, who supports what I'm doing, who has his own interests in his own life, and who adds something positive to the life that I already have. I'm not looking for someone to build my life around. I've already built a life. If I invite someone into it, he needs to complement it, not become another responsibility that I do not need. Girlfriends, have your dating standards changed as you've gotten older? What's something you wouldn't compromise on anyone? All right, now last question, because I'm not going to be here too long because it is hot as I don't know what, girl, so you can see. What household chore have you officially decided you're too grown to keep doing yourself? That's a loaded question. Because lately, I'm thinking my answer might be cleaning this house, cleaning this home. Okay? My home is usually pristine, okay? I like everything in its place because my home is my sanctuary. But I'm spending more and more of my time writing, creating content, developing recipes, and working on my brand. There are only so many hours in a day. And right now, there's another adult living in my home, which naturally means there's more to keep up with. So, I'm seriously thinking about splurging and hiring someone to come in, maybe like, once a week or so to clean. And if I can get someone, for about, I know it's probably more than this, but I'm just saying maybe like $60, $65 a week. I mean, they don't even have that much to clean, but because I wouldn't ask them to clean all my rooms, just the ones that I'm basically in. You know what I mean? But I think it might be worth every penny because I'm not just paying someone to clean my home. I'm buying back some of my time and maybe a little bit of my sanity. My kitchen especially needs to stay clean and organized because that's where I create my recipes for my viewers. I can't create in chaos. So maybe I've reached the point in my life where I'm willing to pay someone else to do something that I'm perfectly capable of doing myself, not because I can't do it, but because I've decided that my time has value too. Girlfriends, would you spend, or how much would you spend a week to get your time and peace back? I decided that my time has value too. Oh, my goodness. And I think that is the end of my questions. So the last thing I was saying, I hope that if you have anything on your mind that you want to talk about, or, those thoughts that you think about, but you don't say them out loud, bring them on in here. You don't have to tell your name. You can leave your initials, you know. You can make up a name. I don't care. You know, let's just talk about it. And I'm going to be doing this weekly, at least for a while, just to change things up. But anyway, I cooled down a little bit. I'm still mad, okay? Hopefully next week I'll have better news for you. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep on keeping on, okay? So, I'll talk to you later. Have a fantastic week. And you try to stay cool yourself, all right? All right now. Bye.